Hello, friends. Okay, made it just in the nick of time. It is 9:30 on the nose. Um, as always, if you can see and hear me okay, just give me a little shout out in the chat and let me know. I've been running like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to swap out some products and stuff for you tonight. So it feels good to finally sit down, relax, get into the groove a little bit, and finally be signed on and ready to go. Yes, so while I'm waiting for some more people to hop on and kind of get going a little bit, I am going to take just a few seconds to finish setting up my display here. I kind of did a last minute little swapperoo of some products. So I just want to make sure everything is good and ready to display for you tonight. Really, really excited about tonight's topic, baby and toddler sleep. I'm going to get into all of that, but yes. Hello, Haley with Kia Babies team. So happy to know that everything looks good. Okay, I am definitely live. I'm not just talking into the ether. Hello, Amy. So good to see you tonight. Welcome. Yeah, so I'm going to step out for 2 seconds. I'm still here. I just need to grab something really quickly. Okay, and I'm back. Let's see. Okay, good. We've got some more eyeballs. Fantastic. I had a thought as I was getting ready tonight. Can anybody out there tell me how many times I've worn this exact little cozy cardigan sweater thing for my live streams? I don't know the answer. I know it's a lot. Yeah. So apparently this is like my lucky, I don't know, live stream sweater, I guess. It like gives me the good vibes on live stream nights. It's just comfy and cozy, and it's easy to throw on over whatever I've been wearing throughout the day. All right, have some more eyeballs. Very exciting. Kai, hello, nice to see you. CW, welcome back. Daphne, hello. I love the name Daphne. It was actually on my short list for names for my daughter. And we ended up going with Sophia, but Daphne is still on the list, I think, for a potential second child. So, Daphne, do you like your name? How do you feel about it? Was it fun growing up as a Daphne? I need to know. I need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes, Kai, it is my lucky live stream shirt for sure. Don't worry, I do wash it in between live streams, I promise. Oh, you love your name. Good, good, good to know. Okay, so I'm keeping it on the short list then if I have another girl. Okay, so since there are a couple more of you, I will just kind of chat for a little bit, like I usually do at the beginning if you've never joined us before. And just the reason that I do that is to give people kind of time to jump on, time to find us if they're browsing, looking for something to watch on Amazon Live at the moment. I know not everyone can kind of jump on right at 9:30. So just a little kind of overview of what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about baby and toddler sleep. It's something that is really near and dear to my heart because sleep with my daughter Sophia, who is now 16 months old, has just been such an unexpected journey. There was lots of stuff that I kind of knew was going to be part and parcel for having a baby, having a child, becoming a mother. And you do hear about the lack of sleep. But I think just how really stressful baby sleep can be, how hard to understand it can be, how much it will make you doubt kind of everything that you're doing as a parent, like is so tied up and based around how your baby or your toddler is sleeping. A lot of strong opinions about it, in parenting communities and parenting circles. There's so much information out there about it. So it really is kind of that big topic that I became really, really interested in, learning as much as I could about once I had a baby. And in fact, I am studying infant and toddler sleep in a more official capacity at the moment. And I can't wait to share more details about that with you guys and how we're going to kind of incorporate that into our live streams a little bit moving forward. But basically, yeah, I get really jazzed and excited to talk about sleep. Just because I think it's one of those really important topics for us to kind of level set a little bit, about, and the more knowledgeable we are about it, kind of the more we can relax about it a little bit. I know that lack of sleep can be really triggering. It can be really stressful. So really excited to talk about some different sleep topics. And then, of course, the point of all of this at all is to talk about these wonderful Kia Babies products. They all have to do with baby and toddler sleep. And we're going to kind of weave that in, of how these products kind of relate to what we're talking about and how they can, help you troubleshoot some things involving your baby or toddler sleep. So that's pretty much the spiel. I might repeat myself a couple of times just because as new people join, of course, I want them to kind of know where we are, what we've covered, what we're talking about, and want them to know kind of what they're tuning into. But I'm going to go ahead and get into our housekeeping stuff so that we can kick this off and start talking about these wonderful products. So you've probably seen in the title of the live stream that everything we talk about tonight, all of the items are going to be 10% off. So, we love giving you a discount for tuning into our live streams, for hanging out with us weekly. It's such an enjoyable experience for me, for the Kia Babies team, and we're so happy to have you. So, we want to say thank you for hanging out. And so we always include a discount code on these items that we share with you. So everything I'm going to cover tonight, you don't have to wonder or worry if it's eligible for the 10% off. It is. So anything that you shop tonight, you're not going to, pay full price for. And all of the items that I'm going to cover are browsable in the carousel below this video. And the way to take advantage of the 10% off is just to shop. All you have to do is add the items that you want to your cart. And then when you close out and finish your transaction, the 10% automatically comes off. It's a really, really nice, seamless way to shop and use the discount code. You don't have to press in any special code or anything like that. So I love the convenience of this platform. So that's all you have to do. Now, we also have a giveaway going on tonight. And usually I have the giveaway item with me so that I can show you what you'll be getting. But as you know, we're kind of approaching the holidays, and I know everyone is aware of sort of what's going on with the postal service right now and getting packages out on time, which is completely understandable. So I did not receive it in time for this live stream, but we are giving away a Kia Babies Toddler Pillow tonight. So let me show you one that I do have. It's not this one, but I just want you to see kind of what the toddler pillows are like. Of course, this one is unicorns. So the one that you're going to get is called Kia Friends. And again, I'm pretty sure that it's active in the carousel below this video. So if you want to take a look at what it looks like, please browse down there because again, I don't have one to show you in person. But yes, love this pillow. We're going to talk about it in depth tonight. Why I think it's an excellent choice for a toddler pillow if you're kind of entering that season of life with your kid. But yes, we want to give you a free one tonight for tuning in and hanging out with us. And so let me tell you how to enter the giveaway. So first of all, to be eligible to win the item, all you have to do is, my screen is mirrored, follow us here on Amazon Live, and that makes you eligible. And, another benefit to following us here is that you will receive notifications every time we go live with one of these live streams. So you'll never miss out on our discounts. You'll never miss out on our hangout sessions. And we would just really love to have you here with us in the future. So make sure you're following us. And then to actually enter the giveaway, all you have to do is say hello to us in the chat. Tell us your name, tell us where you're from, just make your presence known. And in about the last 10 minutes or so of this live stream, we will randomly select a winner from the chat log. And I will let you know who that person is. And then I will let you know how to claim your free Kia Babies Toddler Pillow. So you do have to hang around until the end, but hopefully you are planning to do that anyway because you're just having so much fun. So that's the giveaway that we've got going. A couple of things you can do for us that would mean so much is please like and share this live stream. If you have parents, friends out there, or parents to be friends that you think would benefit from knowing about the Kia Babies brand, would benefit from hearing about these products, or that you think would just enjoy being a part of this really nice community that we've built here. It's really fun. It's a cool way to just connect with other parents, on a Wednesday night, have your glass of wine, have your cup of tea, whatever, and just hang out and chat. It's a lively, fun group usually. So liking and sharing this live stream just helps us grow, and the more the merrier. Also, we are on all the major social media channels. So not just here on Amazon Live, but Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest. And now especially Facebook and Instagram. If you're not following us there, go find us just at Kia Babies. On Facebook, we have the Kia Parents Community, which is a moderated Facebook group. And basically it's just, hanging out with these wonderful parent friends that we've made here on this live stream just all the time whenever you feel like it. Whenever you have a question, whenever you have a concern, whenever you just feel like you're needing community, that's a great place to go and connect. And of course, I said it is moderated by the Kia Babies team. So if you have specific questions about Kia Babies products or, anything that you think the Kia Babies team can help you with, that's a great place to reach out to them there. And then on Instagram, we just have a lot of fun over there. We're constantly sharing your stories, sharing your photos, your experiences with the product. And we do kind of, totally separate fun little games and giveaways and stuff over there as well. So that's what I've got for you. I threw a lot at you right at the top. I need to get all of that out of the way before we sink our teeth into the good stuff. So if you would do those couple of things for us, like, share, follow us, that would just be really, really great. Okay, so I always give a little warning that you may hear that whole spiel again a couple of times throughout the live stream. I apologize, but it's just for any of those kind of latecomers. Again, I don't want them to miss out on that information. I don't want them to miss out on the discount, and I don't want them to miss out on, the giveaway. So have to keep it fair for everybody. So I'm just going to check the chat really quick to see kind of how we're doing. Say hello to anybody that I missed. Hello, Stephanie. Sam, hello. Caitlin. Oh, it's scrolling. So sorry if I missed anybody. It looks like you can all see and hear me okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the big questions that I see a lot on baby sleep forums, on all of those apps that you join, when you are expecting a baby or when you have a baby and something is, you're kind of looking for support or advice or information, whether, it's about feeding or sleeping or whatever. Something I see a lot in the sleep world is talking about baby sleep cycles. And there's really this kind of big interest in teaching babies to connect their sleep cycles. And so I wanted to talk about baby sleep cycles just a little bit. Now, none of what we're going to talk about tonight is going to be a super deep dive, obviously, because, the point really is to talk about these products. But in future, I would love to kind of pick just one sleep area, and talk about it in depth. I would love to do that in the future. But tonight, this is just going to be kind of a quick and dirty overview of some hot topics around sleep. So the sleep cycles. Um, Baby sleep cycles are not the same as adult sleep cycles. And, you know, if you're not someone who has studied sleep in any way, your only experience with sleep has been the fact that as a human being, you've been doing it all your life, whether you've been doing it well or not so well. You may not even really consciously know that adults do sleep in cycles, right? So when we first fall asleep, that initial sleep that we enter into is very light. And so it is very easy to still, rouse us from sleep. It's kind of that thing if you've ever accidentally, fallen asleep on your couch and maybe your significant other is still up and moving around or something. Maybe they're even talking to you or the TV is on. And, things from the outside world start to kind of enter your mind even as you're sleeping, and you kind of realize that you're sleeping, but maybe like the dialogue on your TV show starts entering your dream a little bit. That's because your sleep initially is very light, right? So that's kind of the first part of the cycle that you go into. And then you slowly make your way into the deep, good, restorative sleep. And believe it or not, this is actually not when you dream, contrary to popular belief. That's pretty much just a dead sleep. Like the whole point of that is just to heal and restore the body. And then you kind of start to emerge out of that and you go into a semi-deep, semi-light. You're somewhere in between. This is usually when you start having very vivid dreams or dreams that you can recall when you wake up. We move into that kind of medium phase, and then we become very light again, and then we actually wake. Now, we don't always realize that we are awake. So if you are someone who is blessed with just really good natural sleep and you're a good sleeper, you probably wake up in the morning and you're like, wow, yeah, nothing disturbed me overnight. I've slept from, 11:30 p.m. when I laid my head down till my alarm went off. But you actually didn't. So every about 90 minutes, when you emerge back into that really light kind of part of your sleep cycle, that's when we start kind of taking information from our environment, whether we consciously realize it or not. Things like, am I thirsty? Am I cold? Do I have to go to the bathroom? Am I still in my bed? Am I in a safe place? Again, we don't usually consciously realize we're asking ourselves those little questions or kind of doing that full body scan, but we are doing that. And that's when you might, notice that you need to wake up and change positions. You might check the time to see how much longer you have left to sleep. And then usually you're able to kind of readjust if there was a problem, fix whatever the problem was, and then pretty quickly enter right back into another sleep cycle. So again, for adults, that's happening every 90 minutes. And we have the brain capacity and kind of the skills that we've acquired over time to put ourselves back to sleep whenever that happens to us. Babies have much shorter sleep cycles. So they're going through the exact same cycles that we are, but from about 0 to 10, 11 months, those sleep cycles are only 40 minutes long. So that's why, babies have to sleep a lot and often because their cycles are so short. So they're kind of getting the sleep that they need overall in short little snippets, right? So of course that means they're going to have to sleep more often. That's why babies are so wakeful. And so I just really want to normalize that because I feel like it's always like a big goal that we're all trying to attain to get our babies to sleep through the night or sleep really long stretches. And that's actually just not biologically normal. Again, so babies are really only capable of about 40-minute sleep cycles. And now, of course, that does change, right? It evolves and it does, improve and get better. But there's a lot of variability in when that happens. And a lot of it is genetic. A lot of it has to do with the baby's temperament. Just so many things that really have nothing to do with anything that you're doing as a parent. I just want to make that really clear. But moving on from about 12 months to 3 years, their sleep cycles will elongate to be about 60-minute cycles. So they're capable of sleeping about an hour before they have those little kind of hiccups or blips or wake ups. And now, again, they do start kind of mimicking adults in that Some babies will, more quickly than others kind of learn, oh, all I have to do is just kind of scan my environment to make sure that things feel good, I'm safe, I know where I am, and I can just drift right on back to sleep. And they're not going to cry out. They're not going to signal for you to come meet a need, like feed them, take care of their thirst, put a blanket on them, things like that. So yeah, we've moved on to 60-minute sleep cycles. And then when sleep really starts to improve across the board for all babies and children is from the age of 3 years to 5 years, when their sleep really starts to look a lot more like adult sleep. And they start approaching those 90-minute sleep cycles. And by this time, they have kind of the again, brain mechanisms that they need in place. They have the physical development and a lot of the emotional development to start kind of comforting themselves back to sleep, or not taking as much notice of their wakefulness during those cycles. So all of that just to say that it is biologically normal and actually imperative for survival that babies do wake up a lot. And of course, when you are brand new to the world and you don't know how anything works, really, you're just kind of figuring it out. Of course, when you wake in the night and you, are kind of like, oh, shoot, like I'm awake and I don't really know what to do with myself, or, I'm wet and that doesn't feel good, or I'm hungry and that doesn't feel good. It's very, very normal to cry out and let someone who is capable of meeting your needs know that you have a need that needs to be met. So I do just want to normalize night waking and talk a little bit about sleep cycles and the fact that, babies connecting their sleep cycles and not waking in the night is a little bit of a myth. We all wake in the night, but being able to put themselves back to sleep is something that kind of comes with time. It comes with, a lot of development, and it, does come with some practice of setting up good sleep habits and good sleep practices on your part. But again, it's something that comes with time, and there's not a whole lot you can do to rush it. So the number one thing you can do, though, to optimize baby sleep is make sure that the sleep environment is conducive to getting good sleep, right? Because as I said, when babies kind of become a little bit wakeful, they're kind of, even if they're not consciously realizing it, they're scanning their environment to make sure everything feels and seems right and feels good, feels comfortable. So a couple of tips for that. Babies do tend to, because they're just kind of working out their circadian rhythm, they need help telling day apart from night. So something that's going to help a lot with that is blocking out as much light as you possibly can, especially for an infant. Now, when we move into toddlerhood, eventually kind of a fear of the dark or a fear of the unknown is very natural for toddlers, and, a nightlight might become necessary. But in the beginning, for infant sleep, you want a good dark room. So some room darkening shades are going to make a huge difference in how your baby sleeps most of the time. Babies like slightly cooler temperatures, which is something I think actually all of us can relate to. I know I don't like to be freezing cold when I'm sleeping, but I don't know anyone who's like, oh man, do you know what's so nice? When you go to sleep at night and you get really hot and sweaty. That just feels so good. Nobody says that, right? So, just like us, babies do prefer to sleep in cooler temperatures. And that's a sleep safety thing as well. You want to keep babies' nursery between 68 and 72 degrees to prevent overheating. Now, let's talk about what babies should wear to help them get a good night's sleep. So, seasonally appropriate and temperature appropriate pajamas, obviously, and kind of a rule of thumb is think of putting a baby in one extra layer than would be necessary for an adult. That's how you want to think about that. And then if you have a baby that is in that fourth trimester stage, that kind of 0 to 3 months, 0 to 4 months age range, a swaddle is going to be your best friend. And now, just like with everything that has to do with parenting babies, making decisions for your babies, you'll get some differing opinions about the necessity of swaddles. For us, the swaddle was absolutely necessary for my daughter up until she was about 4 months old, almost going on 5 months old. And the reason for that was she had a very pronounced Moro reflex. So let me just talk about that really quickly before I talk about the Kia Baby's swaddle, which is one of my favorite swaddles ever, ever, ever. So the Moro reflex is kind of that startling or jerking thing that you will notice your newborn and excuse me, small infant baby doing. They do it kind of in response to certain movements. So if you have let them fall asleep on your body and then you go to transfer them when they feel movement in their arms, you'll notice that full body jerk. It doesn't always jerk them awake, but a lot of times it does. So then you end up having to start kind of your whole, rocking to sleep process over again. A lot of times, though, the Moro reflex just happens at random. And so, what that Moro reflex is it is actually a survival mechanism. Babies are very, very aware of when they might be falling because, of course, they have no control over catching themselves. They rely on someone else to, protect them from that and keep them safe. So, any little movement that feels to them like it might be dangerous or falling is going to get a very pronounced startle reflex as they try to right themselves. So that's a protective mechanism. The Moro reflex just kind of firing at random has a lot to do with just, new neurons connecting in the brain and telling different parts of the body how to move and what to do, nerve endings connecting. But there's some belief that that's also part of a survival mechanism. It sort of ties into that, how important it is to a baby's survival that they do wake occasionally through the night to make sure that they're still safe and that things are still good. They're not starving to death, they're not overheating, things like that. So the startle reflex at random intervals throughout the night, there's some research that suggests it also kind of helps to make them wakeful so that they can do those kind of full body scans. So the Moro reflex is a great thing. We understand why it's a thing, why it exists, why it happens to babies, but it can be very disturbing to sleep. And so something that is going to help tremendously with that is keeping baby swaddled. Now, if you are like me, I am very kind of technically challenged. They tried to teach me in the hospital how to do the muslin blanket wrap with the triangle under the shoulder and then pull this tail up and tuck it and all that. And I just never got it. Plus, I, was newly postpartum. I was tired. I was irritable. I didn't have the patience for it. So my swaddling technique was terrible. So if you can relate to that at all, a swaddle that's going to change your life is the Kia Babies Swaddle Wrap. So basically there is no kind of, acrobatics, gymnastics to this. A trained monkey could get this around a baby and get it closed. And that's why I love it. I love how easy it is to use. So I'm going to show you all of the colors and patterns that we have on discount tonight, but I just wanted to highlight these couple of new colors here. I have never received these before. I do believe they are completely new to the Kia Babies lineup. This one that I'm holding, the blue, is called Storm, and I just love it. I think it's so beautiful and fun, but let's talk about some of the features of this swaddle. So it's made of 100% cotton, which if you've joined us before, I say this all the time about Kia Babies cotton products. They are the softest thing on the planet. So this is going to be super, super comfortable for baby to be in. It's not going to chafe. It's not going to irritate them. It really is just buttery soft. So that's going to help them get a good night's sleep. This is not going to be itchy, scratchy, or uncomfortable. It's nice and light and breathable, which is very important because, again, remember, we don't want baby getting overheated and we don't want them getting super sweaty. Anything that is going to go on my baby that has the potential to go up around their mouth and nose, which this is designed to not do that, but I'm going to share this with you anyway. I always give it the breath test. So I just go, I make sure that I can take a good deep breath through it and that I don't have a problem getting air in, and that when I blow out, I can feel air on the other side. Again, that's going to let you know that baby's probably not going to get overheated and just yuck in this, right? So it definitely passes the breath test, but at the same time, it's going to keep baby nice and warm and cozy. So I love how it's just already designed in the perfect shape for you to literally just tuck baby's legs into here. See, there's a leg pocket. It's shaped perfectly to avoid hip dysplasia, which basically means that while it holds baby nice and snug and secure, the knees do have some room to kind of open and close if they need to. That's very important. So it's ergonomically designed. It's conveniently designed. I just love everything about this swaddle wrap. So let me actually give you a little demo. Hopefully you can see it, of just how quick and easy I'm able to get a baby into this. I'm going to use a stuffed animal because I don't currently have a small baby that I can do this demonstration with. So let me just grab Cotton the bunny. My daughter's letting me borrow him. Now, of course, he's not the exact size and shape of a baby, but again, this is just for example's sake. So I'm going to tuck the legs into our little leg pocket. I'm going to make sure this tab comes up to under the chin. I'm going to tuck in this arm. There's a Velcro patch here that you're going to match to the Velcro tab here. Boom, that's closed. Tuck this other arm in on the other side. Take these little rabbit ear pieces. Here, I think the banner is in the way. They also have Velcro, and there's a big Velcro patch here. Boom, close it, done. He is swaddled and ready for night-night. So how long did that take? And that was with me talking. Without me talking and just doing it, probably 3 seconds. So that's how quick and easy this is. And again, it is designed to stay nice and tucked with that tab that's underneath that I said make sure you pull up to about the chin to make sure that the swaddle is going to stay where it needs to along here. Remember, Cotton is not the size of a baby, so it's kind of choking him out a little bit, but it should sit about right here on baby, and it is going to stay snugly in place. It's not going to ride up and become a suffocation hazard, which is amazing. Baby's arms are also going to stay nice and contained. So before I show you the rest of the colors and patterns, just to give you some additional kind of information about the benefits of swaddling so that you can make your own decision about using a swaddle for your small baby. The way that baby's arms stay tucked in close to the body like that is very reminiscent of kind of how they slept in the womb. So it's going to kind of naturally kickstart that, oh yeah, no, I'm used to this. This feels good. I like, you know, kind of confined spaces right now because again, I'm brand new to the world. I'm still used to living inside my mom, right? I'm used to kind of being encapsulated, you know, under her rib cage and things like that. So it's going to help keep baby nice and warm because babies do have trouble in that kind of fourth trimester time period. Not trouble, but you know, their body is just starting to learn how to regulate temperature and things like that. It's a great way to keep babies safely nice and warm at night, since obviously they can't have loose blankets. It's just naturally very soothing to baby. Kind of, you know, having the arms kept close to the body. It's a great compact way to just kind of snuggle baby close and rock them easily. And again, that's just going to be very naturally regulating to the nervous system. So I think swaddles are fantastic. My daughter absolutely could not have slept without one. Something I do want to note is that as soon as baby kind of gets close to that point where they're going to start learning how to roll in the night, and that typically happens around 4 months. For my daughter, it was closer to 5 months. She just really had no interest in rolling until she was, you know, a good 5 months, 5.5 months maybe. You do want to discontinue use of the swaddle. And that is because at that point it's dangerous. And you never know when the first night that baby's going to be able to roll onto their tummy is going to be. So just err on the side of caution. And when you know that you're kind of approaching that time for, you know, maybe 5 months, just go ahead and discontinue it. Because if baby rolls onto their stomach and they get stuck face down, you want them to be able to use their arms. You don't want their arms tucked in, right? You want them to be able to use their arms to push their face away or push themselves back over. So that's very important to keep in mind. So the swaddle is not forever. It is only for the smallest of babies, that newborn to 3, 4, you're pushing it at 5 months kind of thing. So let's just take a look at the colors and patterns that we have on offer tonight because I love them. So this is called Storm, and it is this nice blue set. This one is called Blossom, and it is this nice pink, very sweet, feminine set here. Love that little pattern, the little kind of daisies. And then this cute little florally pattern here. And then, of course, if you have shopped Kia Babies before, we've got our tried and true Can't Go Wrong neutral unisex, very sleek Nordic set. And that's that cute gray there, our little woodland creatures. that are unique to Kia babies, designed in-house. Love that. And then this cute little hatch pattern. So that's what we've got on offer tonight. And then we're going to just move right along into transitioning baby out of the swaddle. They're still not old enough for a blanket. So how do I keep them warm at night? How do I keep them, comforted and all of that? Well, around that 4 or 5 month mark, you're probably going to move into a sleep sack or a sleep bag. This is the Kia Baby's Soothe Sleep Bag. Same thing as a sleep sack. So again, this is going to be for kind of our older, well, not older babies, mid-range baby. Once they're out of the swaddle around 4 or 5 months, and you're going to keep them in a sleep sack, probably well into toddlerhood. I think the largest size in this fits like 35 or 36 months. I may be mistaken about that. My daughter's 16 months and is certainly still in a sleep sack. So, for most parents, it is, a little while before it's time to introduce a blanket. And, these are also not just for warmth, kind of similar to the swaddle. These are just very kind of that contained feeling is just very comforting to older babies and even toddlers. So a sleep sack is something that you're going to get use out of for, years, theoretically. And so the benefit of a sleep sack, obviously, is that baby's arms are now free. So, they can move their arms and use their arms freely, which is important for their safety and also for their comfort. Babies do kind of grow out of the need or the want to be like this all of the time. Really, only the smallest babies enjoy that. So the arms being free is a benefit. And then it's just, again, a safe way to keep baby nice and warm at night. It's basically, think of it as a blanket that you can wear, which means that it's going to stay in place where it needs to be and not ride up over baby's head, nose, face, which is a suffocation hazard for, babies and small toddlers. So the Kia Baby Sleep Sack is actually literally a game changer, was for my daughter's sleep. And I'm not exaggerating that. This is something that I actually do use in my everyday life. And that's why I'm super excited to talk about it. So my daughter is still a very wakeful child. She's 16 months old. And while a lot of my friends had babies that were sleeping through the night, not signaling so much throughout the night anymore or crying out around 11, 12, 13 months. She's 16 months and her wake ups are like still going strong. Usually all she needs is a little back rub, just a little reassurance that her dad or I are still around. She's not hungry. She's not thirsty, anything like that. She just needs a little bit of attention in the night. She's a very dramatic girl. But yeah, I did notice though that we started getting much longer stretches of sleep when I switched her from the sleep sack we were using, that I think was just not ergonomically designed, honestly, for a toddler body. And what would happen, even though it was technically like her numerical size, when she would stretch her legs out or kick her feet out, it would tug on the bottom of the sleep sack, which would make it tug on the straps. And the top would just dig into her and become really tight and uncomfortable. And she would scream out in the night and kind of be, trying to tell me, hey, this thing, I don't like it, take it off. So when I decided to give this sleep sack a try, immediately noticed that she was not waking in the night due to discomfort and fighting with her sleep sack anymore. So let me show you some things that I love about it. Again, it is 100% cotton. So it is like the softest thing on the planet. It's like sleeping, in a silky, buttery cloud. So it's not irritating. She doesn't get hot in it. She doesn't overheat. It's nice and light and airy. It's the exact same material, really, as the Swaddle. So I'm not going to cover all of that again. But basically, all of the same wonderful things that I described to you about the Swaddle material and why I love it applies to the sleep sack. Now, what's super cool about this, though, is that it is size adjustable in the shoulders, which is really important for my daughter. And the way that you adjust the size is with these nickel-free snaps. So I love that the snaps are nickel-free because nickel is a very common skin irritant or allergy for small kids. So you don't have to worry about that with this. If you need a snug fit in the shoulders, you are going to put the snaps on the tightest setting there. And this is very self-explanatory when you're actually looking at it. I don't want to overcomplicate it by over-explaining it, which is an ADHD thing that I do. If you need a little more space in the shoulders, you're just going to move these snaps back. Hold on, I don't have it in the snap. Move the snaps back to that further one, and it will add quite a bit, actually. You can see that's, a little bit of a gap that's going to give you like a full extra inch of material at the top. So again, if you have, a baby that maybe, I know my daughter, like for her age right now, her head circumference is in the 80th percentile. So 80% of kids her age have a smaller head than she does. Any size shape baby you have is going to be able to find a comfortable fit with this sleep sack. Something else that's unique about it that I love is that it doesn't zip just straight down the middle. And I can't explain why this is as wonderful as it is. It's something you have to use and experience. And then they'll be like, oh, that does make way more sense. It zips around the body almost like a sleeping bag. So it's going to open out completely like a vest. You're going to lay it down flat. Let me give you a little tutorial to show you what I'm talking about. I think Sploot will fit in here. I think his legs are kind of long. This is Sploot the cat. So you're going to lay baby in it like this. Go ahead and close it over. I already have my snap snapped because I know kind of where is comfortable for my daughter's arms. So I'm going to slip her arms in there. And then I'm going to close up the zipper around her body. And really, it just kind of lets her, I think this is what it is, lets her kind of wiggle into a position that she kind of wants to be in. And then I can zip her sleep sack around her to accommodate for that, right? So it's just a much easier application. And then if you notice this kind of nice bell shape that it has, again, this is super important for avoiding hip dysplasia. You want there to be a good form fit up here through the top of the body so it's nice and snug. It's, that kind of comforting, secure feeling for baby or toddler. But down here, you want it to flare out so that if she needs to open and close her legs, she can do that. Her hips can move from side to side in this if they need to. And again, that's, to avoid hip dysplasia. And also it's just more comfortable, right? Because, as your baby gets older and becomes a toddler, you will notice they are wild sleepers. So just that freedom of movement while still keeping her nice and warm is really important. And I think has helped her tremendously in getting a better night's sleep. So that is the Kia Baby's sleep sack. It's the Soothe Sleep Bag. And I did want to show you the very cute pattern that this comes in that we have on 10% discount tonight. And I will remind everyone about that discount before we move on to the next product and our next topic. It is this super cute woodlands theme here. And I absolutely love, love, love it. So precious. Nice neutral, nice unisex. So it also makes a really great gift, a baby shower gift or something like that, even if you didn't know the gender of the, child that you were shopping for. Just really, really love that. And something that's super important to me, anything that I use for my baby has to be easy to clean. So that is, as well as the Swaddle wrap, they're both machine washable. Wash them on cold, tumble them dry on low heat, and they are good to go. So no special dry cleaning, no spot cleaning, nothing like that. Nothing crazy like that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Toddler Pillow. And the thing that I had to grab, if you were here with us in the very beginning, was this pillowcase. I went to go throw it in the dryer to kind of fluff it up since my daughter is currently using these. I just wanted them to look nice and presentable, and then I forgot about them. And honestly, they're still a little bit wrinkled, and I apologize for that. So let me just actually stick a pillow in this pillowcase so that I can show it off in its full capacity. And while I'm doing this, let me just remind you that everything we talk about tonight is 10% off, and I want you to take advantage of that. All you have to do is shop. So all the items that we're talking about, they are browsable in the carousel below this video. Just add what you want to the cart, and then when you close out and finish your transaction, the 10% will automatically come off. I don't think I mentioned this before. Because this is a thank you for tuning into our live stream, it will eventually expire. So you have up until 1 hour past the end of this live stream to get the 10% off. So just make sure if you're sticking around until the very end, or you want some time to kind of browse or think about it, that you don't forget to come back and close out within that 1 hour after the end of this live stream. Okay, so said that, and then we have a giveaway going for a free toddler pillow. Now, it is not this pillowcase. The pillowcase is called Kia Friends, and you can browse that in the carousel below. Unfortunately, I didn't receive mine in the mail in time for this live stream. That happens sometimes with the postal service. But we do want to give you a free toddler pillow, and they're so fantastic, and I'm about to tell you why they're so fantastic. So to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is make sure you're following us here on Amazon Live. That makes you eligible. And then just give us a shout in the chat log, say hello, tell us your name. And in the last 10 minutes or so of this live stream, which will be coming up on kind of soon, we will randomly select a winner from that chat log. I will let you know who you are and how to redeem your free toddler pillow. So don't miss out on that. Okay, so now let's move on to actually talking about this pillow. So toddler sleep. An ideal sleeping environment for a toddler is not going to differ a whole lot from the ideal sleeping environment for an infant. There's still, things that are going to be universal. Most toddlers are going to sleep better in a dark environment. So you still want to keep your room darkening shades up. You want to be very mindful about light coming in from around doors or under doors and things like that. But when you start approaching around the 3-year mark, that's when kind of things like night terrors, which is a totally normal part of brain development and emotional development in children. So don't be super alarmed by them. But, night terrors, nightmares, a fear of the unknown. I think all of us are a little bit, we may not be afraid of the dark, but I think a little bit of uneasiness walking into a completely dark room and not knowing what might be in there is kind of a universal uneasiness, right? So toddlers are going to start experiencing that for the first time. And if they are verbal and able to communicate to you that, they're afraid of their room, they want to be able to see if there's a monster under the bed or they need a nightlight, it is okay to introduce a nightlight and they're still going to be able to get good sleep. So you kind of have to weigh, which one is going to help, benefit my kids sleep more, making them feel safe and secure in their environment by providing them with a little bit of light, or, is the light disturbing to their sleep? And so we just kind of have to get through this without a nightlight. That's for you to decide, but just know that it is very normal for kids to start to fear the dark and need something like a nightlight or a lovey around the 3-year-old mark. So my daughter is 16 months old, and she actually already sleeps with a very small lovey. It's something we don't feel is a choking or suffocation hazard. So we do let her have it at night. It's her little comfort item. And really all she likes to do is just rub her hands against it, kind of like this, fidget with it until she falls asleep. And then it ends up kind of shoved into a corner and she sleeps without it the rest of the night. But that's something we're comfortable with. Again, typically you wouldn't introduce something like a lovey into the sleep space until no earlier than 18 months. 2 years old is probably a little bit more typical. Okay, so something that might come up around the 18-month mark is you might start to notice that your baby, now this is not going to happen with every baby, lots of toddlers all the way up to being like 4 or 5 years old are perfectly comfortable sleeping without a pillow, but you may start to notice around 18 months that your child is tossing and turning a lot. They kind of can't get comfortable. They're like arching with the booty up in the air, trying to move their neck around in weird positions. They might kind of bunch up their covers if they have, covers already in their bed or something like that, and try to find a way to elevate the head. If you're noticing any of that and your child is 18 months or older, and this is according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, no younger than 18 months, it is safe to try to introduce a toddler pillow. And it's very important that you don't just give them a pillow off of your bed, because again, their kind of safety needs are very different from ours. So, I know a lot of us we have queen size beds or king size beds. We've got nice, big, sizable pillows that are going to just dwarf a toddler bed, right? And so, if it doesn't fit in the sleep space, it's not optimally safe. We might like, something that's very cloud-like that we just kind of melt into. That can be a suffocation hazard for, a small child or a toddler. So there are differences in toddler pillows and just normal adult pillows. So please shop for an actual toddler pillow. And the Kia Babies one is about the best one on the market. And a few reasons for that. So first of all, it is standard, safe toddler pillow size. So really, this has been measured to fit like a crib mattress, which is probably, what you're going to use as your initial toddler bed, right? You either have a convertible frame or you're just going to take the crib mattress that you're using for your baby and put it on the floor to use as a floor bed. It's a very safe option to do that because the crib mattress is the optimal firmness for safety for a small child or a toddler. So this is 13 inches by 18 inches. Now you will find some toddler pillows that are larger than that. And again, what you start to worry about is that if it doesn't fit nice and compactly in the sleep space, if it's bunching up somewhere like in the corner, or you kind of have to shove it in, and so it ends up, baby sleeping with their face in it like this, that's not optimally safe. So 13 inches by 18 inches is the optimal size that you want to look for, which is exactly what this pillow is. So it being small and compact like this means that it is a great travel pillow. And why that's important is if you are sending your toddler to a daycare and they're sleeping either at nap time or bedtime, if they go stay with grandma or something away from the house, you want this to be able to travel easily, right? Because you want them to kind of have their good, safe, familiar pillow with them if they are using a pillow to sleep away from the house. So you want this to be able to fit easily in a suitcase or a backpack or something like that. Cool little thing that Kia Babies has included on all of their pillow cases. Let me just show you. The tag is not just a tag. Hopefully you can see that. They have thought about the fact that you might be carrying this to daycare with you. So it's actually a name tag. It says this pillow belongs to, and you can just fill that in with a pin or a Sharpie marker. So this is not going to get lost and not be able to be returned to your child, which is really clever and really nice, I think. The pillow is, if you feel it, it's very, very comfy. My daughter has kind of experimented with laying on this, sleeping on this. Again, she's only 16 months old. But, with me kind of lying in her bed with her, we have reading time and stuff like that on this pillow. She loves it, so it's very comfortable for her. But that's because she is very small and she doesn't weigh a lot. So if we were to put our heads on this, it doesn't feel quite as substantial as probably what we would enjoy in a pillow. But again, that's what makes it a great, safe option for a toddler. So it does have that nice kind of thinness to it, that nice firmness to it. That's also kind of ergonomically correct for a toddler or, a baby, an 18-month-old. Because you want to be sure that when baby is sleeping with a pillow, for the development of their neck and spine, you want them to have everything level, right? From the top of their head all the way down to their feet. If baby's head is kind of inverted like this, it means that the pillow might need some fluffing. Or if you notice that their head is way up high from the rest of their body, then this probably needs some flattening. And so with the Kia Babies pillow, particularly, if you notice either of these things with your toddler, because again, every kid is a different size, different weight, and things like that. If you need to flatten this pillow, you will just set this under some adult-sized pillows. For a couple of days, a few days. You can put it under a heavy blanket or a weighted blanket for a couple of days, and that is going to kind of smush that material inside down to a nice, good, flat size. So that's the way to downsize the pillow. And then if you find that you need to fluff it up, I would give it a wash in the washing machine. The actual pillow itself, of course, the case is machine washable, but the pillow itself is also machine washable. So I would give it a wash just to kind of stir the ball fiber that's inside this pillow up, kind of get it out of shape a little bit, and then tumble it dry on low heat. And when I pull it out of the dryer, I'm just going to fluff it with my hands like this. You can already see that it's kind of You see how it's puffing up a little bit? So super, super easy if you find that you need this to be up a little higher, you need it to be a little more plush. So what I love about the cotton ball fiber that is inside of here, something that's very important in a toddler pillow is you don't want any of the filling to be a potential choking hazard. So sometimes toddler pillows will be made of really tiny, like kind of hard pellets, little memory foam pellets, or almost like beanbag material. That's not optimally safe because if the stuffing were to ever come out, that's something that baby could either breathe in or pick up and put in their mouth. And again, it's a potential choking hazard. Basically, what's in here is nice, good size, like cotton balls. Think of it that way, which, makes it nice and comfortable, but also helps it to retain its shape and its, comfort over time. And it makes it very malleable and easy to reshape. So love the cotton ball fiber. I did mention that the pillow itself is machine washable and you can tumble it dry on low, or you can let it air dry either way. Pillowcase, same thing. You can throw this in with your regular laundry, right? It is machine washable, which is super fantastic and convenient. I love that about it. Something else that's important about it is you want to make sure here, I'm going to switch while I keep talking for just one more second. I'm going to switch this out so you can see. This is the Kia ABC pillowcase. That's one of the styles that we have eligible for discount tonight. And then let me just show you the other one, which is called Kia 123. But anyway, something else you want to pay attention to is the material that your pillow filling is made of. So something like down, it's a potential allergen, something that's going to, not cause anaphylactic shock or anything. Don't worry. But just if you have a child who is prone to like stuffy nose type allergies, itchy eyes, things like that, down can sometimes be irritating to that. So again, something like 100% cotton or cotton ball fiber, like what is in this pillow, is just a great choice because you don't have to worry about that. So it really checks all of the boxes for being a really safe option for a toddler pillow. Sorry, it's upside down. So that's what I love about this. And let me just show you the Kia 123. Super, super cute with the little animals, sea creatures, and the numbers. My daughter really enjoys these pillowcases just as much as she does the pillow. And that is that. So the final thing that we're going to talk about is the fitted crib sheet that Kia Babies makes. And we will talk about it quickly so that we can announce our giveaway winner and you all can go on with your evenings. Let me just go ahead and pull my display in. I have the sheets hung up so that you can see them. Okay, so I know that this rack is not beautiful, but it gets the job done. Okay, so the fitted crib sheets by Kia Babies, and I will actually take them down and show them to you up close so that you can see just how adorable this pattern is. But let me just talk about the fitted sheet in general for a second. So another kind of sleep safety thing that you want to keep in mind, especially for an infant, so a baby that is, definitely under 12 months old, really all the way up to about 18 months old, they need a completely clear sleep space. So what that means is the only thing that should be on their crib mattress is a good, snug, fitted sheet. They can't have a top sheet. They can't have blankets, even a very thin blanket. Again, you're not going to introduce a pillow or a lovey or anything like that until 18 months or beyond. So that can continue even into toddlerhood. So when you do transition your baby to a toddler bed, which again is probably still going to be their crib mattress, just either lower down to the ground in a frame instead of kind of the crib setup, or it's just going to be that mattress put on the floor as a floor bed, which I would love to do an entire stream actually on floor beds and somehow incorporate that into Kia Babies products as well, because my daughter sleeps on a floor bed. Because you are using the crib mattress for so long, up until baby is probably like 4 or 5 years old, actually, you can get away with it and it's a good, safe option. you're going to be using the same fitted crib sheet on it. And this is a really great safe option, right? The good snug fitted sheet, and really nothing else. So why I love the Kia Babies one is because the material is just absolutely to die for. It is jersey cotton. It is the softest thing on the planet. So think of like your nice, well-loved, well-worn favorite jersey cotton shirt. Think of that. But then imagine it as a bed sheet. So that's what you're going to get in this. But jersey cotton is also very durable. That's why people keep their jersey cotton t-shirts. Literally, like, I probably have one that I've been wearing since 8th grade. And of course it doesn't, exactly fit anymore, but whatever. I still wear it just around my house and around my husband because I don't care. But it lasts forever, right? It stands up to multiple washings. It's a very durable fabric. So again, if it's something that you're going to be using for years at a time, this is a really great long-term investment in these sheets. It is going to stand the test of time and really, really last you. So again, I always do the breath test on things like this. Boy, does this pass the test. So the big breath in, big breath out. So lots of airflow is going to get in here. That's important for a couple of reasons. Baby is not going to overheat, is not going to get super, sweaty and uncomfortable in the night. This crib sheet is not going to be a suffocation hazard. If they were to, end up kind of with their face pressed into it, they're going to be able to take good breaths and get, plenty of air in. But also the fact that air can kind of flow in and out of this material is good for the longevity of your mattress. So your mattress is not going to get kind of clammy and nasty and gross, and it's not going to start molding and things like that, which you do have to, worry about with mattresses, and especially crib mattresses, because they are a lot of times introduced to moisture, whether that's from, pee-pee leaking out of diapers at night, drool, spit up, things like that. So you want for your crib sheet to be nice and breathable, which this is. Now, it also has something called Snug Fit technology, which is unique to Kia Babies. And really all that means is that I don't know how they've come up with this. It's, something about the kind of shape and size of it. It's something about the stitching around this hem here, but it is going to fit any crib mattress, I'm not kidding you, from corner to corner like a glove. You can put this on in 2 seconds flat. You can take it off in 2 seconds flat. You're not going to be fighting with it. You're not going to be struggling with it. But at the same time, once it's on, it contours to the corners of your mattress, to the shape of your mattress. It's not going anywhere, which means it's not bunching up. It's not riding up. It's not coming undone, and it's not becoming a hazard in baby's sleep space. So I could just go on and on about this crib sheet. Again, just like the sleep sack that Kia Babies makes, this is my all-time favorite fitted crib sheet for sure. And the pattern that this comes in is called Woodland. And you've got this nice neutral gray. It's going to go with any nursery, any bedroom. Love that. This whole little camping scene. We've got the boho cute rainbows, the little trees, the mountainscape. And then the other one is, this does come in a 2-pack, so you're going to get both of these when you order this. Is just the cute Kia Babies unique little woodland creature design. So again, super unisex, nice and neutral, just cute. Going to match any nursery, any bedroom decor that you have going on. And like everything else, super easy to clean. You just wash, machine washable on cold, tumble dry on low. These do not require fabric softener. They're plenty soft. And I think that's it. Those are the key points. So yeah, I hope that you learned a little bit about baby and toddler sleep, a little bit about sleep safety. Again, I would love to do a deep dive sometime on these different topics. I think that's probably in the future for us. So again, hope that you found this enjoyable. Let's go ahead and announce our giveaway winner. So if Kia Babies team wants to start taking a look through the chat log and working their magic to select our winner, that would be fantastic. Hey, Heather, I don't think I saw you pop in earlier because I've just been talking. Once you get me on a topic I'm excited about, it's like full steam ahead. Mary Cruz, hello. New mama, excited to use these products when baby comes. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you to get your hands on these products. Um, I truly believe it just doesn't get better than Kia babies. That's why I love using Kia babies for my daughter. It's why I love representing the brand. Stephanie Blas Beltran. Hopefully I said that correctly. Congratulations. You are our giveaway winner, and you are going home with a Kia Babies Toddler Pillow. Yay. So you are still tuned in. So happy to see you sticking around with us. A little 5 minutes past time to wrap up. Appreciate you all so much. So what you are going to do, Stephanie, is send an email to ask@kiababies.com. That's ASK, like ask a question. And just let us know your Amazon username and let us know that you were the giveaway winner this week. And we will get your Kia Babies Toddler Pillow out to you as soon as possible. So again, congratulations and thank you so much for hanging out. Don't forget to close out your carts within 1 hour of the end of this live stream, which is nigh upon us, because I want you to take advantage of that 10% off. Of course, join us again next week. I'm here every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry, Pacific time. I always do that. 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Love hanging out and chatting with you guys. And also, before you pop off, if you feel like leaving any feedback, did you kind of like this topical we chose baby sleep, and then we didn't just talk about the products. We kind of covered, a wide range of things about baby sleep. If you thought that was fun and informative, let me know. And we'll do some more things like this, which I think would be a really cool idea. And of course, if you have any questions for us before we pop off, go ahead and leave those in the chat. Good, Stephanie, I'm so glad. So Stephanie enjoyed it, thought it was very informative. Good. That makes me feel good. Yes, happy holidays to you all as well. It is the holiday season, isn't it? All right. So if you don't have anything else for us, then we will say goodnight, sign off, and see you again next week. Everyone stay safe and healthy. Try not to let the stress of the holiday prep get to you too much. And of course, I can't wait to see you all again next week. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback. I appreciate it. All right. Good night.